Hello and welcome to the Taurus full moon supermoon activation. I'm Adrienne Elise. I'm here because I'm passionate about assisting people through the awakening process, and thank you for joining me. So this full moon is super powerful because it is so close to the earth. And so that's what the super moon means. And it's really interesting because we have the moon is exalted in the sign of Taurus. And so it likes being there. It's powerful. It has some intense energy for us here. And then, of course, across from the sun in Scorpio. Now, the sun in Scorpio is right next to Black Moon Lilith, speaking to the dark secrets that have to do with the feminine. And so we are in Scorpio, that's really bringing this energy forward, and especially the energy around dark secrets. And so there is an element of coming into the truth. Scorpio really wants to know in the depths of their being, their passion, and what's really true for them. And then, so this full moon shining across the way back at this Scorpio sun there with Black Moon Lilith is asking us to delve deep into the secrets of our subconscious and what really rules us. Now, it's a pretty interesting time because we're seeing a bloom of some of the darkest things within our subconscious as individuals, as a nation, and in the world as earthlings right now. And it's a time to just take this opportunity with this full moon to really ground out into this earth energy. Taurus is a fixed earth sign. So it's about, wait a minute, hold on. So in a way, what we're doing here because Venus is a ruler of Taurus, and so Venus is exalted right now because of this Taurus energy, and also with Jupiter in Libra, which Venus is a ruler of Libra. Venus is in Capricorn, has just moved into Capricorn, and will be approaching Pluto. And so we're feeling this energy of Pluto in Capricorn is this generational breakdown of the structures of our world and trying to build new structures. And so these structures that we're asked to evaluate have to do with supporting the divine feminine. And so with this full moon and all this goddess energy of Venus, we're being asked, how do we create structures in our life and in the world that can support the divine feminine, can support this balance? We're definitely seeing a big energy of aggression and hatred, and energy that's just kind of not exactly the feminine softness, compassion, understanding. So it's really powerful to be here together right now, anchoring in these love vibrations on the planet with this Taurus supermoon. The moon is right up close. And at the same time, Black Moon Lilith, what that really represents is the furthest away the moon goes from the earth in its orbit. So we have a powerful full moon in the fixed earth sign, exalting the goddess, talking about how do we support the impulses that can really bring healing and love and nurturing and compassion to the planet. And so it's a great opportunity with this moon so close at this full moon to take advantage of this energy. Taurus has a lot of harmony to it. It desires harmony, and it is willing to give it to itself. It's willing to slow down. It's willing to use the senses to experience nature and enjoy life. And so if we can just use this energy here on this full moon to just ground out into this possibility for a new world that's based more on the true ideals of humanity rather than on the story that we've been fed. And it's a very precarious time right now with this Scorpio energy. And after the election, there is a bunch of lies, a bunch of deception, and a bunch of energies behind the surface trying to control humanity right now. And it's just a very crucial time where we can take back our power. Scorpio and Pluto being so exalted here with the sun in Scorpio, and Pluto's the ruler of Scorpio. in Capricorn with Venus joining, it's saying, whoa, we're reevaluating our power structures. We're trying to understand what power really means. And so today in the activation, we're going to be delving into this concept of feminine power. What is feminine power? And how do you actually use power in a female way to get accomplished what instead of a male way, going out and fighting and protesting and using anger and hatred? And so this is a very interesting time. But what's happening with this Scorpio energy, and especially coming off of this full year of influence of Saturn square Neptune, where Saturn's our reality planet and Neptune is the dreamer planet, and delusions and illusions. And so it's kind of like, what's real? What's not real? And so right now is a time to be really, really careful about what you think is true. Or maybe a better way to put it would be to be really open to what you think is true might be completely opposite of true. There is so much going on behind the scenes, especially in the United States right now with the state of our union, that we have no idea about. And so it's really important that we pay attention to the media in a way to question everything that comes our way, and understand that we are coming out of a long period of time of absolute corporate media control and feeding us stories of violence, feeding us stories of terrorism, when in fact it's our own country. And the same money that went into the Clinton Foundation, the same money that is supporting ISIS, the terrorist group. And so there's some energies here around not believing everything you see, taking the time to delve beneath the surface of, don't jump on the bandwagon. And it's kind of just take everything with a grain of salt. Now, what does this mean in your own life? Our secrets are being revealed, and our secrets are secrets sometimes even to us. And so these deep subconscious, maybe family secrets, belief systems, secrets from our subconscious, memories we can't access. These are bubbling up to the surface with this Scorpio energy this year, an incredible astrology for disclosure. And so what does disclosure mean in our own life? And that means that we're looking and delving at these shadows, at these secrets, at the places where we have cast aside the divine feminine in our own personal experience. Where have we said no to compassion and yes to hatred? Where have we said, no, I want to do it the hard way, rather than sit and meditate about it? Now, the female energy moves mountains, but only if it's allowed to be. So it's so cool to have this super moon, full moon. And it's interesting how much the moon signifies right now. And that black moon Lilith, it's like the secrets of the moon, the secrets behind what's really going on out there in space that we have not been told. And slowly this information is coming through. So it's a time to just be hyper vigilant and dig for the truth in your own personal experience, as well as in this global situation on the planet right now. And so the secrets that are hidden around this divine feminine, the cast aside part, that we've bought into these lies that we are terrorists, we're violent, we're racist, we're this, we're that. And it's not true. We are being incited on deep levels but it's having the effect of bringing out the most nastiest, dirtiest, grossest parts of within our being and within our country and within our psyche. And so when these things come up, it's so easy to blame other people. We don't want to look at our shadow, but to tell you the truth, we really, when you look at if you take the most villainous person you can think of, and maybe for you that's Donald Trump, but what if that's a picture that's been painted for us? And if you go deep within that villain, you go deep within the hatred that we are being fed, that we're seeing in the world right now, this inciting of violence that's continued. Every single war on this planet has been incited by forces outside of what we know to be true, or we know to be real, or what's been revealed to us. And we have to look at the biggest villain we can find, and find that villain within ourselves. This is what's going on. We are one. And so we're having this disparaging opposition, and you're the bad guy and I'm the good guy, and if only you could see the truth, and I'm so mad at you for voting the way you voted, and la 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 la. And it's just like, we are our greatest enemy. We are one. So the activation today is going to be really about anchoring in these divine feminine energies, using this fixed earth sign to say, hey, we want to look real at this. We want to heal. We want to go deep within our being, and we want to support compassion and love at the deepest level of society. And how do we do that? We do that by allowing this revolution to happen within. There's a lot of this kind of revisiting the race riots of the 60s and kind of all that energy. That is an old story. The revolution of our time does not happen on the streets. The revolution of our time happens within each individual as we choose love over hate. And it's a hard time because we have to delve under the hatred to find the love. And we have to look at ourselves, and we have to try to find forgiveness and love for ourselves first. All hatred is self-hatred. If you truly love yourself as a being, then you understand that we're all one, and you see yourself in the other. Now, what happens with that in this individual revolution represented by Uranus and Aries, this individual revolution changes your karma so that you do not have violence, cannot exist in your field. When you stop being violent to yourself by having hatred in your being, then violence stops to be around you. And so what's really powerful with this time right now is the activation of the collective consciousness. Now, as that's happening, the diseases and the stories and the gross lies are all coming to the surface, but also we're all having a bigger opportunity to see ourselves in the other. And then what we have an opportunity today, which I'd really love to tap into in this activation, is how our love, our shift, our forgiveness, and for ourselves, and understanding, forgiving the secrets and the stories that we've been fed through our ancestral belief systems and cultural and societal programming, and finding that love underneath it, finding that forgiveness. And a great mantra here is, I love you, I thank you. If you have the most difficult thing come into your life, the most difficult frenemy, the most difficult ex-partner, the most difficult situations, what is that person really there for? What are these experiences here for? Humanity, we're here to wake up, and we're here to grow. We're not here to have this necessarily complacent going along with the lies of our world. We're here to really live, and we're here to wake up. So what are these people that we hate so much doing for us? They're bringing out our hatred. They're bringing out our love underneath. So when we can come together and anchor these vibrations in, it only takes a very small amount of people to create a big change. And that is what is really important. The most important thing about this time, attention is attraction. And if you have a villain and you're in hate, then that's what you're creating in the world. And so we've got to find a way beyond this. It doesn't mean that we shouldn't be indignant and have boundaries, because it is a time, as we activate the divine feminine forces, that we stand up for what's true and for what's real for us. We stand up for compassion and love. We stand up for the truth. And so, but this is so different for everyone. But once we can use this full moon, kind of nurturing Taurus energy as a way to stop and slow down, anchor in these vibrations of love, what's happening as we awaken to new information, and we awaken in our cosmic collective consciousness, our consciousness shift is starting to happen really rapidly. Now, you're going to see signs of this in losing your sense of time. That is one of the first clues that says, and it kind of feels like, well, wait a minute, now when did this happen? And what's going on is that we're changing from a linear timeline where in order to be in 3D reality, we just kind of took time, which is not a line, and put it into a line and chopped it up into pieces, like a ruler. It's a way to measure time. But time is not like that. Time is actually more like a spiral, more like a toroidal field, more that, you know, we have these multiple timelines going on at all times. And so this sensation, the sense of kind of, where am I at? And it can be a little bit disconcerting, but it's actually a sign of moving into a new dimensional frequency. Now, when you're moving into this frequency, you're going to have whatever's in the way show up. So you're going to have a big bloom of your issues, but then you're going to have a resolution where when you dig deeper, and I love you, I thank you for this. You know, as time goes on, we can look back at the hardest experiences in our life and be like, wow, that got me to where I am today. And it sucked at the time. But what would it be like if we could really own it at the time and be like, yeah, this really sucks, but I love you, I thank you. I love you, I thank you. And so this is a great mantra that we can use to anchor in these energies of love and forgiveness, start to create in our world and the energy, the people immediately around us in our whole town, our whole neighborhood, our whole village. This is what we're going to be focusing on in the activation. The power of love in affecting the people around you. Love is so much more powerful than hate. Love rules the universe. Love is the energy of the universe, and it's the source of all. And the hatred and the lies and the deception and all these stories of wars and terrorism and school shootings that have been fed to us and created in the filmed in a movie studio, these are not true, and we want to create a different reality. And so we want to start focusing on love, focusing on forgiveness, focusing on the truth, because this world that feels so strong in the paradigm of all these lies and this Babylonian money magic system that has us all held down, it's actually a matchstick world. It does not have any strength when you look at things from a universal perspective. And it can be blown down with a little bit of love. All the lies can just be taken away if we can just let this cosmic universal love that the sun is speaking to us. The sun is going through this massive change that's been prophesied through the Bible and through all cultures and all information. And the way that it's affecting our whole solar system right now, the sun is activating us and we're changing rapidly. But what this is love. So when you move through those difficult times of I love you, I thank you, and then you can feel lighter in your being. You feel freer in your being. You feel like, oh, I can love more, I can forgive more. And so that is the medicine of this time right now. And so the revolution is within, where we want to walk the streets of our subconscious and declare that we are beyond war in our being. And that's what's going to affect our neighborhood and our communities and our states, our countries, and the whole world. So we're going to focus on that today, tapping into feeling the light workers finally being able to come together on a psychic level on this planet where we've all been stuck from this false grid that's been built to suppress this natural energy that's coming through from the sun, our natural activation. Humans deserve their evolution, their spiritual evolution. And that is what we're claiming. And that spiritual evolution is a personal, individual revolution. Now, it's interesting that Ceres, the dwarf planet Ceres, is also in Aries with Uranus, the ruler of Aquarius. A generational change, lightning fast, unexpected, revolutionary, and that's a bunch of the energy we're going right now. That's really good energy to bring forward truth too. But Uranus and Aries is the sign of the self, and it's the sign of the identity. And so we're having this revolution in the identity. Who are we? Are we terrorists? At the truth of our being, humanity, we're moving towards the truth of this time is that we're moving more and more towards a collective awareness in our consciousness. And that's what we're coming up against, is that we can't move forward right now. It's too painful with all the shadows and the lies of what we've been told. And so we're coming up against a wall. But again, it's not a revolution on the streets. It's in your own being. So that's Aries. That's this Uranus in Aries. series, it's us individually deciding that we're ready for the Aquarian age, and we're going to start living this right here, right now. And it's amazing to see what happens in your life when you are ready for that, when you're ready to claim love as your religion and your own higher self as your guide and authority. And then, so with Ceres next to Uranus, Ceres is represents the energy of Mother Earth and mothering and grain and nutrition, feeding the people, supporting the people, loving the people. We are having an Earth revolution. What's happening to the Earth as the sun awakens and gives us all these messages? The Earth is awakening. The Earth is awakening, but actually going back to the Gaia codes, the original codes. Deep in the crevices of this world, there is these codes from the beginning of this Genesis, beginning of this evolution, or this Earth evolution. And we can tap into those as we move Gaia into her true potential. Moving, the sun is moving Gaia, and we're going along with it. Mother Earth ship is taking us into these new vibrational frequencies. Now, a lot of people of energies, of lower dimensional frequencies are trying to leave this planet right now or hide because they're worried about what this sun activation is going to do. This is a huge opportunity for us, and we don't really have a choice. What we have reached with this month of astrology and where we're at on the planet right now is that there's no holding back the floodgates of truth, the floodgates of pure cosmic energy just flowing down on us, wanting to bring our lives into harmony, wanting to bring our lives into beauty, into love, and this capacity to enjoy and be present and peaceful more than we could ever imagine. But in order to get there, we've got to face the dark secrets of our past. We've got to face the hidden shadow within. Now, when you look at things from that perspective, you could see that the presidential election could be actually a step in the right direction because of the blooming of the shadow that's happening right now. But our job isn't to decide whether it's a good or bad thing. Our job is to be present in the love, because this time is so, so crucial. And so the major, most revolutionary and rebellious act you can do right now is to choose love in every moment. And so that is going to be the focus of this activation, using that moon energy so close to us in Taurus, reworking what it means to be on Earth, reworking, activating those Gaia codes, and coming back into, hey, this is what we are on Earth. We want to take care of each other. We want to make sure everyone's fed. We want to know that each individual suffering affects the whole, and it's time for us to stop suffering. This has been a story we've been imprisoned with for far too long. And how do we stop the suffering? It's not going out and trying to change the establishment. Unfortunately, this establishment needs to break down. The establishment of that matchstick house of this reality needs to break down and rebuild. But the beautiful thing is that there's this beautiful picture of Gaia, the blooming of this Earth energy, of this magic, just waiting there for us. As soon as we're ready to let go of the old, as soon as we're ready to let go of the hatred towards ourselves, really within. And so we're going to use this activation as an opportunity to anchor in these love vibrations to the Earth. This is our job, humanity, and it's incredibly exciting. We're here to be a pillar between the Earth and the sun. We're here to harmonize these energies for the people around us and saying, it's okay. It's okay to let go of the past. It's okay to change. It's okay to break down the matchstick reality and step into the new Earth reality. And we do this by focusing on the love within, the forgiveness, and the hope. If we don't have hope, then we don't have anything. And the main message right now is that the changes that are happening, that we've all been kind of, oh, they said they were coming 2012 and we're all going to have these changes and nothing's happened in the outside world. But these changes are inevitable. And the effect of this, say, like in the past, you'd have a person in your life that maybe you just met and you don't know that well. And it takes a while to figure out where their true motives are, you know, and it takes a while to figure out whether they're really, you know, have your best interests at heart. Now that's changing because that everything's being revealed. And so it takes about 1 second to find out who people really are. And this is really super exciting but it also feels scary. It feels tumultuous. It feels like the ground is moving under us. But what this is doing is releasing these shadowy places that have been keeping us stuck as a collective in our spiritual growth experience and the birthright as to spiritually evolve. And this evolution has been held back for far too long by this reality. And so it's breaking down. The matchstick is being blown over by the power of love, and love is building a new world. And so we build the new world and we create the change we want when we can be really present within ourselves in loving and forgiving and honoring and thanking what is and creating that in our world. So this is an incredibly potent time, and I'm super glad to have you join me. And remember that these activations, we're tapping into the full moon energy, but it's live even on the replay. So if you can't make the live activation, you can always go back and get the replay and still get this energy, activated energy. Now we're about 12 hours away from the full moon happening on Monday morning, 6:53 a.m. in Mountain Standard Time. So we're moving into this energy, and you can use the next 12 to 24 hours to just come back, use this Taurus goddess energy, this, hey, we're building a new world for compassion energy in your life, and just kind of practice. The exercises that, it's one thing to say, oh yeah, I'm going to stay in love and compassion. Sure, that sounds good. I'm going to do that, right? It's not like that. It's like you're pulled out, you're pulled into the psychological mind, you're pulled into the psychological stories, you're pulled into the media wars that want us to follow, to jump on these bandwagons. And then you have an opportunity to come back to love. So the point isn't to be perfect and stay in this place of love and forgiveness. The point is use it as an exercise. And when things are just absolutely insane and horrible, and you're like, how did we get to this place? What about I love you, I thank you? Because there is no stopping the spiritual evolution at this point. The energies of the sun are ramping up. We're coming to awareness. Each new truth that comes out of the shadows leads to more and more truths, like a waterfall. It's just like the power of this energy is washing over our world. And so take heart if you feel like things have been stuck for a long time in your life, because it's finally ready for them to move. But guess what? We move forward. We've got to face, and of course it's going to be right there in our face, what has been holding us back. So it's a really intense time of oppositions, and we're feeling that with Neptune being right on top of the South Node. So Neptune in Pisces, the energy of the past age, of that collective consciousness used to control humanity. And now it's time to use the collective consciousness to heal humanity. And saying, well, we're healing, and we can't go on with these lies. And so it's time to be ready to face the truth. This is another mantra that is really helpful for the disclosure in our own lives and in the world. Say, I'm ready for the truth. I'm ready to know the truth. Most of us go through busy in our life, distracted, trying to keep ourselves from feeling what we really feel. And right now is a time to stop in this fixed earth energy and say, hey, I'm going to be here right now. I'm going to be present with myself. I'm going to be present with how I'm feeling. And I'm going to go ahead and feel what I'm feeling, experiencing what I'm feeling, but still choose love. So my vibrational field is resonating with that. And that's expanding out and affecting the people around you. And it's a beautiful thing right now to have this shift of moving into our future with that Neptune right on top of the South Node, saying, hey, the past has been holding us back. It's time to move into the future. Now it's time to use our collective consciousness. And again, Aquarius rules technology too. So it's our internet technology, our web that we've built of information. And it's time to use that to build love and truth and clarity, and clearing these secrets of our past so that we can move forward, and then use the collective consciousness to raise the love vibration. And that is the work of this time. It's not complicated. You don't need to go start an organization or go have a protest. You need to be present in yourself and choose love, and not get distracted by the emotional reactions and the stories around you. That is the most radical political act you can take right now. So on that note, let's go ahead and get into this Taurus energy, and just go ahead and allow yourself to feel, to get comfortable. And we're going to connect deeply in with Mother Earth Gaia, with all this Venus energy, and searching for new ways to support the goddess in our life, with this breaking down the political structure. So a lot of astrologers say that Pluto and Capricorn, and I think that goes until 2023, it's about a regime change, right? Because Capricorn's rules and leaders and authority and structures of our world, and then Pluto's the breaker down and the destroyer. And so it makes sense. We're creating a whole new, Trump is not one thing. It's this bigger move towards a whole different way of running our world. And so it's a strange way to move into this change, but nonetheless, it's happening. And so we're tapping into this energy and seeing that what's really going on beneath the surface and behind the scenes is a reworking of our political and authoritarian structures, our rules, our way of living, our reality, to support the divine feminine. So it's time to come back into a loving world that's really the truth of who we are, humanity. So let's go ahead and feel this, feel into Mother Earth Gaia. This earth energy is so strong. Gaia is getting so activated right now. She wants to be the Eden star she's meant to be. She is on our team, moving into this most amazing future that's available to us once we have the truth about the technology that's available, that's been hidden, that can solve all of our problems on the planet. So a lot of people are feeling very discouraged right now, but it is not a time for discouragement. It is a time for hope. It's a time for letting the love vibration just flow through you on the deepest level. And this is changing so fast, day to day. Right now, massive opportunity for consciousness shift within the being. And what that really means is more room for love as we clear out the shadow. And so take heart that that's what's happening right now on a bigger level. And so go ahead and come deep into this energy. Feel yourself arrive in this now moment, sinking into your body, sinking into the now, feeling yourself in this fixed earth energy. There's an energy of Taurus that prizes security over anything else. And one of the main things about this false matchstick paradigm is it's keeping us in insecurity. All our relationships are about insecurity. The way we're raised are about insecurity, not having secure attachments or home lives. And we're just kind of a mess from all of this. And so it's time to clean this up and feel secure again. Because guess what? This 3D world, it doesn't have any security. The security we have comes from the energy of love, from the trust, from the hope, these higher dimensional energies coming through. And that's what makes you think, that's what makes 3D reality secure and safe. It actually isn't piling up money, because we can't eat money. So there's no security in that. And this is the truth of our world that we can no longer deny. And so just go ahead and feel yourself sinking into this now moment, putting down roots from your root chakra at the base of your spine, just reaching into Mother Earth Gaia, feeling yourself come into resonant frequency with Mother Earth. Now, Mother Earth and the human being both have the same geometry around their body in this electromagnetic field. And so just imagine that you could take your electromagnetic field and the electromagnetic field of the Earth, and you can just become one. Feel this hug from Mother Earth Gaia as you sink deeper, the lower part of your body just relaxing and releasing, becoming heavy with gravity. Feel Mother Earth reaching up to meet you, holding you in a lotus flower, floating serenely and peacefully on a beautiful pond, roots going deep into the earth, through the muck, but nonetheless connected. When we come back into our life to a place of connection, when we've been disconnected, there's some muck, and we've got to go through that muddy, yucky stuff to find the fact that we've been running from these issues of feeling unloved and uncared for. And Mother Earth is here, has always been here, and is available more than ever to help us feel secure in this reality. So just feel yourself coming into vibrational resonance with Mother Earth. Just taking a few deep breaths, allowing your whole being to relax and to release into this now moment. Just letting go of the past and the future, any concerns or worries, they'll be there when you get back, but this is the power of this time. We're in charge of our destiny when we take charge of our vibrational resonance, when we take charge of our permission and authority to be sovereign in our love, to feel at home in security. And everything in our world works against that and speaks against that. But that's the most powerful commodity we have right now, is true spiritual security. And for those of us who are really going through it and have been really going through it for the past 4 or 5 years, guess what? That's the goal. That is actually the end, the result and the gift and the fruit of this deep inner labor we've been doing, is that we can be that sense of security and safety for the people around us who are not maybe quite ready to go through and face their shadow, or they're not ready for their matchstick world to break down. And so it's really, really important now that those of us who have been deeply working on these things complete this chapter, because it's about time for us to be there for those around us. And how do we do it? We adjust our frequency. Now, the Heart Math Institute at Stanford University has shown that when you go into resonant frequency, just like we did with Mother Earth, this is called heart resonant frequency. And when you go into that place, you affect the people around you. Okay, so just imagine that there's some energy going on, that there's this energy building. It's a precarious time where there's acting out of these deeper, darker nastiness of our country. But just imagine that you were nearby where that energy may be starting to grow, but you chose your connection with Mother Earth Gaia. You chose your true spiritual security and your heart resonance. And just imagine that this big bubble around you goes out around like big arms, like big angel wings, and everyone near you all of a sudden feels safe. Because why do we hate? Why do we fight against? Why do we hurt other people? Because we don't feel safe within ourselves, and because we don't like ourselves. Hatred is impossible without self-hatred. And so it's really, really a powerful opportunity to delve inside and get rid of all the stories we've been told and love what is. Love who we are, what we are, and what's happening in our world. So just feeling yourself in this heart resonant frequency, imagining these beautiful green waves of healing energy just moving out around you and folding and loving the people around you. You don't even have to say anything. That's why this revolution is an invisible revolution. It's not about making signs. and about outward protest. It's about claiming right here, right now, the truth of a balanced world and the divine feminine, the divine masculine, of peace and harmony and compassion and deep love. So go ahead and claim that for yourself right here in this now moment, and then feel yourself reaching out to all the other light workers on the planet right now, all the other people that are having these same realizations, saying, hey, you know what? I don't have any energy for this. I don't feel good about it. It's making me sick to my stomach. I can't even pay attention to what's going on right now. This is what you pay attention to here. The power of you, the power of the individual. Because if we are really one, which quantum physics has proven to us to be true, then our wholeness, our forgiveness, and our love affects everyone around us in a massive way. And right now, as this energy is lightening on the planet, as the truth is coming out, we're reopening the grid between light workers that's been so controlled and so shut down. Everyone feeling scared to talk about the truth. Everyone feeling scared they have to go and be off by themselves to do their spiritual work. And this is no longer the case. It's time for us to come together. It's a beautiful time in these next few months and into 2017, completely different energy to really claim your soul family, your true life, your true love, and invite this new world into your life first, rather than demanding that some leader take us there. So go ahead and feel this deep peace, this deep resonance, and reaching out, just kind of seeing this beautiful fiber optic green, bright green healing energy that Gaia codes and the codes in all of our DNA that are being awakened by the sun right now. As something interesting that's been proven to us. DNA is light receptor, and our DNA changes with light. So the stories of our ancestors are not ironed in stone. It's time to release all of that and be who we really are. So just go ahead and feel yourself arrive, and imagine that you can breathe in air, light, and prana, but breathing in the energy, the love of the sun, this activation, this powerful waterfall of cosmic love that wants to come into our lives. Just breathe that in. At the same time, reach out with this Gaia energy, this deep peace in your heart, and feel yourself reaching out with these fiber optic cords, just kind of finding those light workers. Feel yourself as a part of a greater grid for every person that's paying attention on this full moon on 11/11, because of the election, whatever's going on. People are awake now in a way that they weren't a couple weeks ago. And so go ahead and find these light workers, find these people that are going through this massive shift right now and finding love within their being, finding forgiveness, and just kind of being brave enough to step through the threshold and let all of these stories go, and feel yourself part of this beautiful interconnected web, and see this beautiful glowing green Gaia code energy enveloping the whole earth. And let's tell Gaia it's okay to evolve into the beautiful, amazing Gaia Eden star that she's meant to be, and feel the light workers all connected, reaching out their hands. Particularly there's places around the earth like at Standing Rock where a lot of people are coming together in consciousness right now. And imagine the strength of that love that's happening there, that commitment to nonviolence. This is the birth of the divine feminine, a deep commitment to nonviolence. We're not going to feed into your stories. A wall of love is always going to be more powerful. And so just feel the truth of that it's finally time for us to come home and be stronger than the negativity, and stronger than the violence, and stronger than the guns. And so this light worker grid of beautiful Gaia code energy is just enfolding and holding the whole earth, and you are a part of it. And just go ahead and bring your consciousness to the area of your heart. feel it expanding. Maybe there's some pulsating, this bright green. This is like a neon green energy, but it's also translucent. It's a magical Gaia code energy that's activating within all of us right now. And feel that connection then as of resonance to all the other people activating into their blueprint DNA codes as well. And just feel yourself held by all the love that's on the planet right now. And the media wants to tell us something different, and we're not buying the lies. Feel the love that's happening. You stop in this Taurus energy and fixed earth and come into communion with Mother Earth. Frequency, heart frequency with all of the light workers, all of the people paying attention right now, all the people opening up to their deep commitment to love. There's a lot of people on the planet right now that have come here just to assist in this shift, and they've been twiddling their thumbs feeling like, gosh, are we going forwards or backwards? And it might feel like this election is going backwards, but now we've turned a corner. And anything going backwards is a cleansing and a healing in order to catapult us into the future. And so just feel yourself arrive into your birthright of deep, deep security in this moment. And feel the security of all the other light workers, this grid around the planet, willing to face the truth, willing to wake up and love. And imagine that all of these people, like the big circles of people holding hands at Standing Rock, are now surrounding the whole earth. And these beautiful grid lines, it's the most peaceful revolution possible as we claim the vibrational frequency of love that's accessible to us because we are humans evolving in consciousness. So one of the things that's happening right now is an activation of the fourth dimensional heart. That's on the right side of your body. The left side of your body is your physical heart. And so we're going to look at this line in between and connect your third dimensional heart, your fourth dimensional heart. This brings that deep sense of security and knowing that shit's weird right now in my world, but I guess we're having a spiritual evolution. Cool. And so feel the connection between the third and fourth dimensional heart, and imagine that there's this little ball of light, a spark like in your being that is a catalyzing force in your being, like a heartbeat, and it's moving in a figure 8 between the fourth dimensional heart and the fifth dimensional heart, activating the opening of the heart chakra. Now, the heart, in order to enter into heart-centered consciousness, we need to have a balance between the male and the female within. And that's a lot of what we're seeing on the planet right now exploding, even though it looks like race and religion and discrimination. It's actually about the balance of the sex energy. It's not the battle of the sexes. And the balance of the sexes, it's the sexual energy within us. And so it's about healing the mommy and daddy wounds. It's about healing the part of ourselves that's been cast aside, unloved, and unprotected in this world. And so feel yourself, this activation happening, this spark, this little point of light just moving along in this figure 8 pattern, connecting the fourth dimensional heart of compassion and love and Mother Earth Gaia evolving to the next place, and the third dimensional heart of this physical reality. And just breathe into that. Imagine you could just breathe air, light, and prana, and that light from the sun, these activations from the sun, deep into your heart, and just feel yourself awaken in your heart chakra. Receive an energy wave to support the true heart chakra activation. Now, just below the heart chakra in the diaphragm area is what I call a secret chakra. This is where we're supposed to have an umbilical cord to the universe that makes us feel safe, that lets us know and reminds us at all times that we're cosmic beings. You know, we might have problems with how, you know, the belief systems and how we were raised and the stuff, but, you know, really the cosmos is our father and our mother, And so go ahead and pay attention to that. This is a diaphragm area. This is where a lot of people have tension and anxiety around having what you need in life. But this umbilical cord of the universe is what is when we've really been cut off from this, feeling like we're flailing and we've been abandoned by cosmic source. And we're stuck with these stories of some religious leader that's supposed to save us and help us. And if we do it right, then we can have the gifts of the universe only if we go through that organization. All these lies are falling away. Religion is kind of becoming old news, and these structures of domination and control completely falling away on the planet right now. And so go ahead and receive an energy wave to activate and clear any energies of that secret chakra. You just feel it washing away. Feel that waterfall. Mother Earth Gaia, you are a part of Mother Earth Gaia right now. She's holding you in this earth resonant frequency, washing away all this pain, washing away the fear of not having what you need. Because what we need is actually on a cosmic level. The manifestation on earth is easy once we have this piece, but we have been completely cut off from source. So the umbilical cord to the universe happens in the secret chakra, but it's a combination of a pathway from the third chakra in the belly button, which is our personal power, and the fourth chakra in the heart. And so just imagine, again, a figure 8 up and down between the secret chakra at the center, the third chakra at the belly button, and the fourth chakra at the heart. So now we have 2 figure 8s moving and activating, the spark moving along these figure 8s, activating, and feel yourself growing a new umbilical cord as you reach out to the cosmic forces, reach out to your highest Buddha self, and give yourself permission to feel safe in this world again. This is where we receive our first nourishment as a child, and whether or not we feel cared for in this world. And it's time for us all now, with this series next to Uranus and Aries, and also this Taurus full moon, supermoon, to just claim our ability to feel safe and secure in this realm. And again, just grounding out with your roots deep into Mother Earth, keeping that resonant earth frequency, breathing into your heart, seeing these figure 8s activate, and imagine that what's happening when those 2 sparks cross each other on the infinity is this awakening and opening to your umbilical cord to the universe, and just reaching out to your true origin, your highest self that's out there that really knows and understands and feels absolutely secure about things. And go ahead and invite that level of security into your life as you reset your heart chakra at deep forgiveness and love, and feel that resonant earth frequency, feeling the arms around you, the collective light workers on the planet awakening to the truth of who they really are right now, which is loving beings. And feel this compassionate love, a lotus flower blooming in your heart as your heart chakra activates, your secret chakra activates, and you're regrowing your umbilical cord. Now, this might be a process that happens over time, but it's something you can come check in on over this month and kind of be like, hey, how's my umbilical cord to the universe? How safe do I feel here? Who is in charge of my safety and my security? And claiming back that sovereign autonomy within your being, that you know that love creates love, and violence creates violence, and hatred creates hatred, and attention is attraction. So bring yourself back to love. And of course, we can't really feel love towards anyone until we can feel love towards ourselves. Receiving and accepting and loving yourself. Feel Mother Earth love you too. Feel the cosmos love you too. You've got your umbilical cord reaching out. You've got Mother Earth's waters of life washing over you, making you whole again, washing away all the stories. This month of this Scorpio energy is just a huge turning point. We talked about on the new moon, and this is a culmination of it. And then we can just turn around and drop these stories that have been plaguing us for so long. So let this waters of life, the beautiful Gaia, Genesis code activations wash through you, activate your DNA, and take away the stories. It's kind of like they're being wiped from your ancestral memory. You no longer need to suffer because your great, 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 great grandmother suffered. And so let's go ahead and let all of these stories wash away. Lack and scarcity and insecurity and not having what we need, and feel that deep connection with the universe through the secret chakra umbilical cord, as well as through your root chakra. And just feel all of this coming together. You have a big ball of light around you, and let that ball of light take on whatever color it wants. If it wants to be that bright green magical Gaia code, maybe it wants to be a healing purple color, maybe it wants to be golden, a golden orb of hope and light for the people around you. Go ahead and set your orb, set your energy field, and breathe air, light, and prana into it, and just feel yourself pulsating. This is your own universe, your own autonomy. But the thing is that it still can affect the collective. You're not affected by the energies around you so much. You're autonomous, you're choosing love, and that's the reality. But the people around you are still affected by your love. So feel these waves of love going out, kind of moving across the whole planet through this beautiful grid of Gaia code energy, that it's time for us to come back into our birthright. It's time for us to come back into our wholeness. It's time for us to come back into supporting the divine feminine on this planet with real structures in our life. So what does that mean for each of us? How do we create structures to support the divine feminine? It has to do with where we can bring love and compassion. And so the structures that can support that are often positive relationships that are healthy, that we are choosing to have boundaries towards negativity. And it's self-care and rituals that can bring a groundedness and a love into your physical body and into your home life and into your world. Taurus wants to feel really comfortable. So we're going to take this Taurus energy and bring that level of security and comfort to the whole world right now. As we connect this grid of light workers, there's a ripple effect happening, and all of a sudden people all over the world are feeling safe and secure, and they are having an increased sense of well-being and security and harmony because of this activation right now, because of your presence and your devotion. The collective consciousness is adjusting, along with all the other light workers that are sincerely dedicated and devoted to choosing love first. Just taking a few deep breaths and allow yourself to float there, using the heart energy, the heart activation as a portal, just moving into the portal of the heart, feeling yourself arrive behind the physical heart. And right where that spark is, right in the middle where your heart chakra is, just feel yourself pulled into this vortex. This is like a wormhole, like the center of a donut, the toroidal field. Just go ahead and get on the heart portal express. And just feel yourself going deeper and deeper into the portal of the heart, releasing all these stories, anything we've even been talking about. Just let yourself be in the heart, deeply present in the moment. And when we're there, there's a natural joy that occurs. It's not like, oh, I'm excited about this. And it's not like, oh, I wish it was better. It's just a baseline joy. And it's not dependent on any outside circumstances. And nothing can take it away, because it represents the true source of the universe. And that is within you. So going deeper and deeper into the chamber of the heart, into the portal of the heart, feeling yourself being pulled along as if through peristalsis on a conveyor belt, moving deeper and deeper into the heart, releasing all of the past and the future, coming into still point. So we're taking our earth resonant, heart resonant frequency to a new level, going into the spark of light that was your heartbeat, that was moving the figure eights. Just become that spark of light. Become yourself before this incarnation, full of hope and promise, trust and understanding. What if you could live your life from that place? Just taking a few deep breaths, breathing in this deep harmony, this deep peace, this deep security. available to everyone on the planet right now, because there's a group of us dedicated to living this truth. This is definitely a time when you can activate into your calling. And what if your calling isn't like a specific job or this or that? It's just to embody the light of peace and harmony on the planet right now. We are on the verge of taking back our world, and we need to be extra vigilant right now. It's really great to be here together on this Taurus new moon to ground out these energies of love in your whole being, on the planet, and feeling yourself arrive into the center of you. The center of you is also the center of the earth, of the universe, and every molecule. This is where we feel ourselves a part of everything. Just taking a few deep breaths, breathing into your heart, feeling this massive expanding of awareness on a bigger level, easier to see from far away, the forces of love and peace at work in the world, like coming in like a powerful wind and blowing down the matchstick house of this reality. All the lies we've been told about scarcity and lack, having to buy energy through wires. Go ahead and feel the feeling of having everything you need right here, right now, in this moment. You have everything you need. You're choosing love. Feeling the heart activation of all of the light workers on the planet paying attention right now. Feeling the hearts join together, the umbilical cords to the cosmos activated. See yourself as a child of the universe, held and supported on the deepest level for your evolution. And you know that everything not going to be okay. Everything is okay right here, right now. And just feel this massive de-escalation of violence and hatred, unrest and confusion, just cleansing out of the Earth's aura right now. Just allow yourself this time to float, connected to the universe. You are a cared for child. As the universe brings you exactly what you need to expand, to grow, to move to the next place. And tapping into the bright lights that are the children of this planet right now. We're having this massive influx of super bright lights right now, and just by being born, they're changing the energy of the planet. So just seeing all these bright lights all around the planet, activating this Gaia grid, bringing peace and harmony to everyone around them just by existing. They're showing us our potential and how easy it can be to be in our light and never compromise the truth of who we really are. And just enjoy that still point, floating along, held and cared for, connected to the universe. Loved and secure. Go ahead and take a few deep breaths, taking your time, but as you're ready, begin to come out of meditation gradually, coming into the room that you're in, into your body, just as you're ready, taking your time, keeping this peace, keeping this deep sense of still point and universal security, love, held by Mother Earth. You are a child of the universe, cared for in the best way to get you to the place you want to go. Just feel yourself completely relax and release and surrender into that knowing. All the stories of struggle, the fighting against what is in your life, letting it all go, just wash over your shoulders with that big, beautiful waterfall, Gaia, Mother Earth, as you're cleansed and cleared and healed to start your new chapter. Gradually coming back into your body, into your awareness, into the room that you're in. And when you're ready, go ahead and wiggle your fingers and toes, open your eyes, come out of meditation, allow yourself to stay as long as you want in that heart-centered consciousness and in that deep peace of feeling held by the universe. This energy is available especially right now during this full moon, but more and more every day. And when we own it, we validate that rather than the drama and trauma, we're validating it for the whole world. So thank you so much for joining me, and keep up the great work of choosing love in each moment and learning to deeply love yourself. So we're looking for the last couple of months of this year, and all the readings I've done have shown big shifts for 2017. Literally, like for people in individual readings, looking at a timeline, it just kind of drops off and it's completely unknown and new. So 2017 is going to be quite an exciting journey. So use the next couple months to prepare for that, clearing away all the remnants of what's no longer working that's come up in this Scorpio time, and get ready and prepare in whatever way feels appropriate, internally, externally, to support this new way, totally new way of being in the world. And when we shift that way, we let this cosmic love and light come in, we let the true security come in, then our physical world, expression of our reality, our careers, our relationships, they fall into line with that vibration. So it's a really exciting time ahead. So don't lose heart with what's happening right now. It's an expression of deeper disease, like coming out from all of us. And we're clearing it, we're healing it, we're learning to love and forgive, and we're demanding on a core level a regime change from war, terrorism, and hatred, to love and compassion and caring for each person, knowing that the collective health is affected by each individual. And so what's good for the whole is good for the individual. And what's good for the individual is good for the whole. This is some of the ideas coming forward as we move into the Aquarian age. Now, Mars is in Aquarius, so we're really feeling wanting to take action towards this Aquarian age, wanting to build new structures that can really let us move forward into these more humanitarian ideals, to this more interconnected web of support, using technology and collective consciousness to further our evolution rather than to hold it back through false religions, domination and control in this Babylonian money magic system that we've all been enslaved to for so long. So thank you so much for joining me. I'm Adrienne Elise. And again, I hope you can check out my offerings at adrienneelise.com. Join me for the next activation. Get a personal intuitive reading if it feels like the right time for you. Be in touch with me at adrienneelise.com for email. And I hope to hear from you soon and see you in the next activation. Namaste.